Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this episode, we're looking at the CompTIA A+ networking acronyms, the foundation of IT hardware knowledge. I'll give you an easy to understand definition and I'll tell you which A+ exam you can expect them to show up in. Let's get started. AP, access point. A key device in wireless networking. An access point lets wireless devices connect to a wired network. Think of it as the wireless doorway to the internet. It's different from a router. While a router manages traffic between networks, an access point simply extends the wireless coverage. APIPA, Automatic Private Internet Protocol Address. Ever seen an IP address starting with 169.254? That's APIPA in action. APIPA kicks in when your device can't reach a DHCP server. It assigns itself a private IP so local network communication can still work. No DHCP? No problem. APIPA steps up to keep basic local communication alive. But remember, APIPA means no internet, just local traffic. It's your first clue when something's wrong. ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. Ever wondered how devices know who's who on the local network? That's ARP. It takes an IP address and finds the MAC address that matches it. Think of it as like asking a room full of people who's wearing a blue shirt. ARP waits for the right one to say, "Me." You can just type ARP -A in the command line to view your device ARP cache. No ARP, no communication, because without a MAC, your packets won't go anywhere. ATM, or Asynchronous Transfer Mode. ATM isn't just a cache machine. In networking, it's a high-speed data transfer tech. ATM breaks data into fixed size cells, 53 bytes each, perfect for voice, video and data. It was ultra reliable for real-time traffic. Think video conferencing or telecom backbone. Before Ethernet ruled, ATM was a top choice for high-performance networks. It's old school now, but ATM laid the groundwork for modern QoS and VoIP. BNC, Bayonet Neil Coleman. Ever seen this twisty metal plug? That's a BNC connector. Old school, but cool. BNC stands for Bayonet Neil Coleman, and it was the go-to for coax cable. Used in early Ethernet networks like the 10BASE2 and even in CCTV systems. That twist lock design keeps your signal secure and your connection stable. Not common today, but BNC helped shape wired networking back in the day. BSSID, or Basic Set or Services Set Identifier. Ever wondered what your device connects to when you join a Wi-Fi? Meet the BSSID. It's the MAC address of wireless access point you're actually connecting to. If you've got multiple hotspots with the same name, the BSSID helps your device tell them apart. Your phone switches between the BSSIDs for stronger signal. It's the Wi-Fi roaming in action. So next time your Wi-Fi works like magic, thank the BSSID behind the scenes. CDMA, Code Division Multiple Access. CDMA, ever heard of it in mobile networks? It's a wireless tech where multiple users share the same frequency, but with unique codes. Code division means your call stays private even if 100 others are talking at once. CDMA was big in the US with carriers such as Verizon and Sprint before LTE became the standard. CDMA making multitasking wireless communication possible long before 5G. CNAME, or Canonical Name Record. What's a CNAME in DNS? It's a record that says, hey, this name is just an alias for that one. Instead of managing multiple A records, a CNAME points one domain to another. Clean, simple, efficient. It's great for redirects like blog.mywebsite.com to myblog.hostingplatform.com. But remember, CNAMEs can't be used for root domain, only subdomains. That's CNAME, the master of aliases in the DNS world. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Need an IP address? DHCP got you. It automatically assigns IPs to devices. No manual setup needed. It follows a 4-step dance. Discover, offer, request, acknowledge. It hands out more than just an IP. Subnet, gateway, and DNS too. If you see a 169.254 address, yeah, DHCP failed. That's DHCP, your network's automatic address master. DNS, Domain Name System. Ever wonder how typing a website turns into a connection? DNS is your internet phone book. It translates domain names into IP addresses. An example, google.com would translate to 142.250.190.14. So instead of remembering numbers, you just type names. Easy. Your request goes from your local DNS up the ladder until it finds the answer. If web pages won't load, DNS issues might be the culprit. That's DNS, quietly guiding your internet every day. DSL, Digital Subscriber Line. Still got that phone jack at home? It might just be your internet highway. DSL uses regular telephone lines to deliver internet, fast and without tying up your phone. It splits the line so you can chat and surf at the same time. Old school? Maybe. Still works? Definitely. Speed depends on how close you are to the exchange. The nearer, the faster. DSL kickstarted the broadband revolution. Not bad for a landline. That's DSL. Digital, reliable, and still hanging in there. EMI, electromagnetic interference. Got wired glitches or weird glitches in your network? It might be invisible. And electric. EMI is electromagnetic interference. It's when devices like microwaves, fluorescent lights, or even power cables mess with your signal. Think of it like noise that drowns out your network's voice. Shielded cables and good cable management can protect your data from this silent killer. Keep networking cables away from power lines and heavy electrical gear. That's EMI, unseen but totally disruptive. FQDN, fully qualified domain name. Ever wonder what a website's full name really is? Now, an FQDN is the complete domain name that pinpoints a specific computer or resource on the internet. It includes the host name, domain name, like www.example.com. Not just the nickname, it is the full postal address for a web server. No FQDN, your browser just guessing. FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Need to send files over a network the old school way? That's where FTP comes in. It's the File Transfer Protocol. But heads up, it's fast, but not secure by default. Great for uploading and downloading files to web servers. Think of it like digital shipping, just without the bubble wrap. HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. Ever wonder how websites are built? HTML is the backbone, the structure behind every web page. It's not a programming language, it's a markup language used to define headings, text, images, and more. No HTML, no web page. That's simple. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, secure. Ever notice the lock icon in your browser? That's HTTPS, the secure version of HTTP. It uses encryption to protect your data while browsing. S stands for secure because your privacy matters. Always look for the HTTPS before entering personal information. ICMP, or Internet Control Message Protocol. Wonder how your computer knows if a network is reachable? That's thanks to ICMP. ICMP is used for diagnostics like ping and traceroute. It's the network's tech secret troubleshooting tool. ICMP equals keeps the internet talking clearly. IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Ever wonder who decides how your Wi-Fi works? Meet the IEEE, the tech standards boss. They set the rules for Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and more. IEEE ensure all our tech plays nice. IEEE is the brains behind tech standards. IGMP, Internet Group Management Protocol. Ever streamed live TV or a webinar to tons of people at once? That's multicast, and IGMP is the group organizer behind it. IGMP tells your router who's in or out of the system party. Efficient, streamlined, group-based. That's IGMP. IGMP is your multicast group manager. IMAP, Internet Mail Access Protocol. Ever check your email on your phone, tablet, and laptop, and it's all synced? That's IMAP in action, keeping your inbox updated across all devices. Read a message here, it's marked red everywhere. Delete it here, gone everywhere. IMAP is the real-time email sync. Anywhere, anytime, perfect for multi-device users. IMAP is your inbox best friend. IoT, Internet of Things. Smartwatch tracking your steps, fridge telling you your milk's low. That's the Internet of Things. Everyday devices talking to each other over the internet, from smart homes to smart cities. IoT makes life more connected and more efficient. IoT is the device plus data plus internet equals a smart world. IP, or Internet Protocol. How does your message get from your phone in Johannesburg to a server in Cape Town or even California? It's all thanks to IP, or the Internet Protocol. It gives every device an address and guides data like a GPS for the internet. Without IP, the internet will be total chaos. IP is the internet GPS for data. IR, or IRDA, which is infrared, or the Infrared Data Association. Now, before Bluetooth and Wi-Fi ruled the world, there was infrared, or IR, or infrared was the OG of wireless data. Think remote controls, old school phones, and even PDA syncing. But it needed a clear line of sight. One wall, game over. IR, or IRDA, is old school wireless with laser-like precision. ISP, or Internet Service Provider. Ever wonder how you're watching this short? Thank you, ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider, the company that gives you access to the internet. They connect your home or business to the web, for a price of course. ISP is your gateway to Google, YouTube, and cat videos. LAN, Local Area Network. Let's talk LAN. No, not the party, the network. LAN stands for Local Area Network, a network that connects devices in a limited space. Think homes, office, or school, where your devices talk to each other without needing the internet. LAN is fast, local, and perfect for sharing printers. LC or Lucent connector. Let's break down LC. No, not love and care. It's all about the Lucent connector. It is a small form factor connector used in fiber optic network, similar to SC, faster to snap in. It's the go-to for high density fiber setups. LC is light speed fiber, compact connection. MAC or media access control. Let's talk about the MAC. And no, not the Apple. MAC stands for media access control. It's the unique ID burnt into every network device. Think of it as a digital name tag. Vital for network communication. MAC address, your device unique networking fingerprint. MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. Ever wonder what connects multiple buildings across a city? That's a MAN, a Metropolitan Area Network. It's bigger than a LAN, but not quite as global as a WAN. MAN is citywide connection power. MIMO, multiple input, multiple output. Want faster Wi-Fi better connection? That's MIMO. It uses multiple antennas to send and receive more data at once. More streams equals more speed, less lag. MIMO, boost your wireless power. MPLS, multi-protocol label switching. Ever wonder how big networks move data so fast? MPLS works like express lanes, data flow labels, not addresses. It's faster, more reliable, and perfect for busy networks. MPLS equals smart routing, lightning speed. MSRA, Microsoft Remote Assistance. Need IT help without someone coming over? Microsoft Remote Assistance lets a trusted user take control of your PC remotely. It's perfect for support teams or tech-savvy friends lending a hand. MSRA, help is just a click away. MX, Mail Exchange. Ever wondered how your emails know where to go? MX stands for Mail Exchange. It's a DNS record that tells your emails which server to deliver to. It's the postal address of the internet. MX records making sure your emails land in the right inbox. NAT, Network Address Translation. Ever wonder how all your devices connect to the internet with just one IP? That's NAT, Network Address Translation. It lets your home network share a single public IP address with the world. NetBIOS, Network Basic Input-Output System. How do computers on the network find each other by name instead of number? That's NetBIOS. It lets devices communicate over a LAN using names instead of IP addresses. NetBIOS over TCP/IP. What if your network names needed to travel across the internet? NetBT bridges the gap. It allows NetBIOS names to be used over TCP/IP networks. So name-based communication works even beyond the local LAN. NFC or Near Field Communication. Want to share data with just a tap? That's NFC. Near Field Communication enables short-range wireless communication used in contactless payments, key cards, and device pairing. NIC or Network Interface Card. Every device needs a way to talk on the network, and that's where a NIC comes in. A network interface card allows your computer to connect to a network, wired or wireless. It's the gateway for communication. NTP or Network Time Protocol. Ever wonder how computers around the world keeps their clocks in sync? NTP or the Network Time Protocol ensure that all systems on a network have the same accurate time. It is crucial for security logs, file timestamps, and schedule tasks. ONT, Optical Network Terminal. Ever heard of fiber internet? There's a small device behind the scenes making it all happen. It's called an ONT. ONT stands for Optical Network Terminal. It converts fiber optic signals into data your home or business network can use. PAN, Personal Area Network. When your phone talks to your smartwatch or your wireless earbuds, it's all happening over PAN, a personal area network. PANs are networks used for short-range communication between the devices close to a single user. Bluetooth is a perfect example. PoE, Power over Ethernet. One cable to rule them all. PoE, or Power over Ethernet, delivers both data and electricity over the same network cable. It's perfect for devices like IP cameras, wireless access points, and VoIP phones. No separate power cable needed. POP3, or Post Office Protocol, version 3. Now POP3, the classic way to download your email. It retrieves messages from a mail server and stores them on your device. Great for offline access, but once downloaded, emails are usually removed from the server. PPP, or Point-to-Point Protocol. It is an older but reliable method for establishing a direct connection between two network nodes. Used in dial-up and early broadband, it carries data and managed IP assignment. PRL, Preferred Roaming List. It is used in mobile devices to determine which networks to connect to when outside your home carrier area. This helps your phone pick the best roaming partner and coverage and cost. QoS, Quality of Service. It is a networking feature that prioritizes certain types of traffic to ensure better performance, especially voice, video, and gaming. By managing bandwidth and traffic flow, QoS helps prevent buffering and lag on your most important connections. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. It lets you access and control a Windows computer from anywhere as if you're sitting right in front of it. Used for tech support, remote work, or server management, RDP is a powerful tool for accessing systems over the network. RF, or radio frequency. It is the invisible wave that makes wireless communication possible, used in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular, and more. It allows devices to transmit data through the air without cables, using a specific frequency band. RFI, or radio frequency interference. It happens when unwanted RF signals disrupt normal communication between electronic devices. It's like noise on a radio station. Your network devices get confused and lose connection quality. RFID, radio frequency identification. It uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags attached to objects. It's commonly used in inventory tracking, contactless payment systems, and even pet microchips. RJ11, or Registered Jack 11. RJ11 is a connection type used for telephone lines. It's typically used to connect landline phones to wall jacks. It's smaller than Ethernet connector and usually carries 1 or 2 phone lines. RJ45, or Registered Jack 45, the most common connector used for Ethernet networking. It's the one you plug into your router, switch, or computer. It has 8 pins and is used with twisted pair cables like Cat5e or Cat6. RMM, Remote Monitoring and Management. It's a tool used by IT professionals to monitor systems, manage devices, and troubleshoot problems without being on site. With RMM software, Technicians can update, patch and secure systems from anywhere. SC, Subscriber Connector. It is a type of fiber optic connector known for its snap-in design, providing a reliable and secure connection. You'll often see SC connectors used in network cabinets and telecom equipment because they're simple to use and support high-speed data. SDN, Software Defined Networking. It's a modern approach to network design that separates the control panel from the hardware, allowing centralized management of network traffic. It makes networks more flexible, easier to manage, and better suited for cloud computing and virtualization. SFTP, or Secure File Transfer Protocol. It is a secure method to transfer files over a network using SSH for encryption. Unlike FTP, STP ensures that your data stays safe while being sent, perfect for sensitive or confidential files. SMB, Server Message Block. It is a protocol used for sharing files, printers and other resources across a network. With SMB, Windows systems can access shared folders, stream media, or send print jobs, all over the network. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It's the protocol used to send emails from an email client to a mail server. Think of SMTP as the digital postman. It handles the sending process so your email reaches the recipient's inbox. SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. It is used to manage and monitor devices on IP networks such as routers, switches, and servers. It helps IT admins keep an eye on the device performance and network health. SNTP, Simple Network Time Protocol. It synchronizes the clocks of computers and devices over the network. It's a simplified version of NTP, helping keep all your systems on the same time. SOHO, Small Office, Home Office. It refers to business environment with limited users and simpler IT infrastructure needs. Perfect for startups, freelancers, or remote workers using basic networking setups. SSH, Secure Shell. It's a protocol used for encrypting or encrypted remote access to devices over a network. It is essential for system administrators and developers who manage systems remotely. SSID, Service Set Identifier. It's simply the name of the wireless network, the one you see when connecting your phone or your laptop to the Wi-Fi. Each Wi-Fi network broadcasts an SSID so users can find and connect to it. ST, or Straight Tip. It's a type of fiber optic connector commonly used in networking environments. You'll often find ST connectors in legacy fiber networks and data centers. STP, Shielded Twisted Pair. It's a type of network cable that includes shielding to protect against electromagnetic interference. This shielding makes STP ideal for environments with lots of electrical noise. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. It's one of the main protocols in the Internet Protocol Suite. It ensures reliable order delivery of data between devices. TCP checks that every packet arrives, and if not, it resends it. TCP IP, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. TCP IP is the core communication language on the Internet. It combines Transmission Control Protocol and the Internet Protocol to deliver and route data between devices. Together, they ensure that data gets where it's going and in the right order. TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. It is a lightweight file transfer method used in simple networks, but without security or advanced features. TFTP is often used in boot processors or small internal systems, not recommended for sensitive data. UDP, or User Datagram Protocol. It's a connectionless communication method. It sends data fast, but without checking if it was received. It's ideal for things like video streaming or online games, where speed matters more than perfect delivery. URL, Uniform Resource Locator. It is the web address you type to access websites and files online. URLs point you directly to the content you're looking for, like a digital address. UTP, Unshielded Twisted Pair. It is one of the most common cables used in Ethernet networks. It's the twisted that reduce interference even without extra shielding. VLAN, or Virtual Local Area Network. It splits a physical network into multiple virtual segments for better control and security. Each VLAN acts like its own network, even if devices are plugged into the same switch. VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol. VoIP lets you make phone calls over the internet instead of traditional telephone lines. It's the tech behind apps like Skype, WhatsApp, and Zoom calls. VPN, Virtual Private Network. Now, a VPN creates a secure, encrypted connection over the internet. It's like a tunnel for your data. Use it to protect your privacy, especially on public Wi-Fi. WAN, Wide Area Network. Now, WANs cover large geographic area, like cities or countries, connecting multiple LANs. The internet itself is the biggest WAN. WAP, Wireless Access Point. Now, WAP connects wireless devices to a wired network. It's how you get Wi-Fi access. Think of it as your wireless bridge. WISP, a wireless internet service provider. It delivers internet access wirelessly, often in rural or remote areas. It's an alternative when fiber or DSL isn't available. WLAN, or Wireless Local Area Network. It connects nearby devices without cables using radio wave. It's the wireless version of LAN, like your home or office Wi-Fi. WMN, Wireless Mesh Network. It spreads the internet coverage by using multiple nodes that communicate with each other. Great for large areas like campuses, malls, and smart cities. WPS, Wi-Fi Protected Setup. Now, WPS help you connect devices to a Wi-Fi network quickly, usually by pressing a button. Easy for beginners, but not always the most secure method. WWAN, Wireless Wide Area Network. Like mobile data networks that connect devices over the large area, it keeps you online even while you're on the move. Now that wraps up the networking acronym walkthrough for the CompTIA A+ exam. These terms are foundational for your IT support, so make sure you review them well. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video about security acronyms.